past the half point of half fullness for oil in America. In fact, we're past peak oil in most all countries, with the exception of a couple of them, Venezuela being one, and I forget the other one. So, being that it's a depleting resource, which I had mentioned earlier, the price increases. It's the supply and demand scenario. If you don't have the supply, and your demand's going to increase if you don't change and go away from fossil fuels, all right, the prices are just going to continue to climb and climb and climb, all right, to where renewables are going to be even that much more affordable.
Sure.
And that's why, not that anybody should wait, okay, because the incentives that the government is putting in place right now are very terrific, both federal and state, in order to get more solar panels built, more turbines built, all right, more geothermal units built, because it's that manufacturing rule. By every time you double your production, you drop the cost by 20%. So they will, naturally, it will occur that they will be reduced by price on their own, all right, eventually. So, it's a good time to do it.
It is. I mean, it's just such a. You wonder, was this all a farce? Was this something to get the people? Because we kept hearing this and that, and of course, the dependence on foreign oil. Every time that there's a problem, what do they throw at us? Higher prices. That's all we see.
Right.
I noticed at the gas pump the other day, the prices were going up. Had gone up. They're going up. They are. And you have to wonder why.
Well, and then you have OPEC.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, kind of keeping us addicted is what they're doing. Obviously when the demand goes down here in the United States, and they see they're not selling much oil, then they reduce the price to get people to buy more, gasoline and take more trips. And so they do keep us addicted. They're kind of like we're the junkies and they're the oil pushers. I mean, to use that analogy, I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah. So is this oil like what Joe Kennedy's doing? Where's he getting all this stuff from? This is supposedly a cheaper oil that he's got. He's giving the people. Is this
now who? Oh, Joe Kennedy?
Yeah, Joe Kennedy from Massachusetts.
Yeah. Well, that was that deal he had with Hugo Chavez down in Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
But that happened at the time when Venezuela was. Well, of course, there was some conflict going on politically between the two, countries. And at the time, I think Bush was in office, and it was. He offered, after Hurricane Katrina, if I remember right, it was either after Hurricane Katrina, when he saw we were a little bit down and out, our national standing after that debacle. It was either that or it was the bad winter we had, and we had some shortages. But he offered to send, or Joe Kennedy worked a deal with Hugo Chavez, because Hugo Chavez wanted to donate a tanker full of oil or something.
I remember that.
And he figured, well, why not? Bring it here. So, that was kind of an interesting news piece. Yeah, nothing ever happened of it, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So where is this country headed for?
Well, I'd like to be optimistic. We're still here, we're still kicking, we're still breathing, and we still have, I think, a certain amount of reasonableness that I think will work us through, the difficult transitions that we need to make. I think it's just a matter of, again, energy, which is what I'm so focused on today, especially. Is it's an educational scenario. We need to educate. We need to talk about it. We need to get banks to get on board and create renewable programs. I have a couple of banks that I use, and again, I won't mention any names, but they're national scenarios where they've kind of pooled their money from certain banks who have programs in order to lend to customers throughout the country. Which is great, it's terrific, but on a local level, we should be looking at that as well and working with realtors, to help people when they do buy new homes to potentially make the transition.
Sure.
And so, but it's a process, it's happening, and we're working on it.
Yeah. Well, that's good though. Well, we're coming to a close of around town, and It's interesting. I'm just sitting here fascinated because, again, it's something you don't think about every day. But then you do occasionally drive by or something and see something being built, and you think, what the hell about, I wonder. You know, how much does that cost? How much are they saving doing this stuff? You know, and then you read about it and you think, gee, you know, what is really going on there?
There's plenty of savings. Just to point out real quick, not just you know, the savings once the system is paid for, you get free energy, all right? But it's also a capital asset. It adds value to your home as well. And then it's also an educational tool. Kids are so smart today. They're growing up green. They're being taught in the schools, all right, that sustainability is very, very important. So they're the future, but we need to lead by being the homeowners and the, you know, the breadwinners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well, good. How can I get a hold of you if you have any more questions?
You can call me anytime. You know, certainly you have my number. Be happy to continue our relationship and, you know, and move forward.
Yeah, good. Okay, we've been talking with Mike Fay about renewable energy and some of the items he's got there. And if you've got any questions, give us a call. And I'm pleased to announce that Mike is going to be coming on around town off and on, being a co-host with me and talking about different interviewing people. So you're going to see a little bit more of this gentleman there coming up in the future. So anyway, welcome aboard. But thanks for joining us on Around Town. I'm your host, Dick Patten, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks to John Michael and Josh Harwood. Have a great evening, great day, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.